So let's copy the motor dimensions and price into the motors database located in the Centrix data folder. The first thing to check is that the column headings are identical to the ones in table motors in the motors.mdb file. You notice also there's another table there. Essentially you can forget about that because those dimensions are now included in table motors. So check the headings and make sure they're the same. If they're not the same, then you've got to rearrange the columns in the spreadsheet so that they do line up. Otherwise we can have the wrong dimension or the wrong heading in the wrong place. So we've got a whole heap of motors already in this database. If we want to just add a couple of new records, we can either scroll down there, we can click go to the end, and notice there's an add new record. And notice these IDs, this is an auto number record, so we don't need to worry about putting numbers in here, they will be added automatically. So let's add a couple of records to the end of this database table. So I'm going to copy the blanks as well from the left hand column, which is the ID. I'm just going to copy two records here. Note that I don't want just to highlight the entire row, otherwise I'll end up with unwanted information at the end and it won't copy properly, or it won't paste properly. So let's do a Control-C, and I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to add new and do a Control-V. Now notice the numbers here have gone 625 and 626 for this ID. Now that's because I've been adding and deleting records and so on. But that's okay, that doesn't matter. So that's two records added. Now we have to be careful that we don't duplicate records. This particular table does not check for duplications. So I probably, I could check, let's have a look, QU. Yeah, I've already got ABB, QU motors in there, so I may have duplicated those. But for this exercise that doesn't matter because I'm going to copy the whole of the records in the spreadsheet and I'm going to paste them as new records into the database. So to ensure that there aren't any duplicates, I'm going to select all of these records and delete them. Now hopefully you will have backed up your motors database before you do this. It's always a good idea to have backup copies before you make changes. So let's say yes, and now I've got no records at all. Now when I have no records at all in table motors, I can actually reset the count ID here by going File, Compact and Repair Database. Now when I add new records, it will restart the ID as 1 again. So let's copy the whole of the spreadsheet records, including the ID, which is blank. And we'll just paste them all into here. So yes, so that brings in our total number of 624 motor records. We can now use this motors database in Centrix.